Master of Movement and Wellness and a holistic health practitioner, Madeline offers 360 degrees of transformation through her yoga and Pilates classes, Reiki, and many other methods. Please welcome Madeline Huang.
Welcome, everybody. It's a pleasure and an honor to be amongst a room of phenomenal women. My name is Maddie, and I'd like to begin this sensory journey today, this multi-sensory journey, by inviting you to take the deepest breath in. Beautiful. And take the deepest breath out. And begin by blinking your eyes closed for just a moment. Take this moment to treasure yourself and to treasure this day. Because truly, neither will ever happen again. As women, we're constantly doing as the perfect mother, as the perfect wife, as the perfect daughter. Take this moment right now to enjoy your relationship with silence. And as you begin to blink your eyes open, make a commitment. Make a commitment to be present to the way that you feel. With the miracle of our bodies, our circuitry, our trillions of cells, we are meant to feel alive. We are meant to feel alive. Breathe that in for a moment. In the spirit of women who will, I ask you, who will say yes to the most magnificent and the most fruitful encounter of your life? Feel free to raise your hands. Feel free to raise your hand whether you're feeling brave and courageous or terrified and unsure. Trust me, it is all fuel. It is all fuel. Beautiful. That is a resounding response. That is a resounding response. Now I'd like to ask you, are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Because you saying yes will transform and shift powerfully the way that you think, the way that you perceive, the way that you receive, and it will change the game. It will change the rules of the game at which you've been playing in life. You will no longer be a bystander in your life. But what does walking this path of power and purpose look like? How does it feel? What would it be like to walk this path with integrity and with awareness? And if we did, how would it transform our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with others, with our finances, with our love lives, with our future, with everything that we create? Now, you may think that some of you are here to listen to phenomenal women of power and purpose, or to learn how to be a phenomenal woman of power and purpose. But it's so much more simple than that. You are here because you are. You've arrived. And nothing anybody can say, or yourself for that matter, is ever going to take that away. That is the truth. We are in the continual creation and recreation of who we are as phenomenal women of power and purpose. Now, creating is available to each of us. Creating, we know as women that we embody and we understand the process of creation on such a profound level. The chance at being a creator in our lives is the deepest, most meaningful experience that we can have. Now, we'll explore here the places where we can clearly benefit from more power and purpose. And in doing so, let's take a look at where we usually lose power and purpose. Now, it might be a dynamic with a certain person, maybe your significant other, maybe your relationship with money. It might be you constantly questioning your self-worth. Am I good enough? Is it one of those for you? Is it one of those for you? Feel free to raise your hand, whether you're feeling beautiful. Is it one of those for you? So if you look around, you're not alone. This is what it means to be a woman. This is what it means to be human. So invite everybody here to begin to rewire, to begin to reset all the ways in which you lost your power. So really briefly here, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, blink your eyes close, and you are standing in front of a mirror. You are standing in front of a mirror. Do you like your hair? Do you like your body? Do you like your clothes? Do you like your makeup? Begin to notice how much of how you feel about yourself comes from the outside. Somebody else, advertisements. Good. Like your eyes open. There is an enemy, ladies. There's an enemy. There's an enemy that's so ready to knock us off of that path of power and purpose. And it attacks us every waking hour. Every single time that we turn on the TV, every single time we log onto the internet, every single time we read a magazine. And this enemy is called consumerism. And the message underlying consumerism is the same. It says that there's always something out there that you need. Always that magic something that will alleviate all struggles from your life, all the darkness from your life. We rarely understand that there is a sacred gift in darkness. How else would we know? How else would we know how powerful we are? Creators of magnificence, inspiration, enthusiasm, beauty, and joy. How else would we know? As we continue to reset and to reprogram the ways that we've always lost power, because I guarantee you, these are the ways that we've always lost power and purpose. It's like a persistent way of being, like a rock in your shoe that affects the way that you walk, that affects the way that you strut, and the way that you dance in life. And then what happens? We head into our default life, trying our darndest, trying our hardest, until we're so exhausted as women, constantly doing for others. Yes? And then what do we do? And then what do we do? We take that once in 3 years, 1 week's women's spa vacation to get ourselves back. We deserve so much more than that. We deserve so much more than that. So in this next segment, I will invite you to go a little bit deeper, to venture a little bit deeper, to look interiorly. And it's not guaranteed that it will feel good, feel fuzzy, like we like it. It might feel a little uncomfortable. It might feel a little scary. But together, right here, right now, we'll make a commitment to explore being comfortable with being uncomfortable. My yoga students know that very well. My yoga family. This idea of being comfortable with being uncomfortable. We'll do that together. We'll venture into that journey, this multi-sensory journey together. I invite you once again to take the deepest breath in. And as you exhale, with your eyes closed, articulate a way that you've lost power recently. It might be with a significant other, a dynamic with a certain person. It might be a work situation. It might be in your dating life, a relationship with money. It might be this persistent complaint that you never have time to yourself or time for exercise. Put that, whatever it is, in front of you. And with each and every single breath that you take, your crown is expanding. It's getting bigger and bigger, and you are growing 10 times bigger than this situation, this dynamic. You're growing 10 times bigger than anything that's ever happened in your past. You know, we were born free, but everywhere we are shackled. So unshackle yourself from that past. Untether yourself from that past. And the next deepest breath in that you take, as you exhale, you feel a very stark difference in this breath. It is cold. It is electrifying. And as it moves through your crown and into your body, it anchors your feet, anchors you into your power, onto a steel beam. There's nothing anybody can ever say to knock you off or to displace you from this power. And as you feel so incredibly anchored in this space, this liquid crystal begins to surround your body. Beautiful liquid crystal, brighter than 1,000,000 diamonds. And at any time, if there's any thought, negative thought or fear, or somebody saying something about you that's not true, this crystal liquid field dissolves that negativity. And this is where you shall stand in the highest, most electrifying respect for your spirit. And slowly come back to your bodies. Slowly come back to this time and this space and this amazing room. Among amazing women. I'd like your eyes open. Did you feel that reality that you created for yourself? We all have a phenomenal influence in the co-creation of our realities. Now, I wouldn't be complete if I told you that these visualizations will get you through all of life. They're only a beginning. They are only a beginning to realize your power and to reset you in your understanding of your power and your purpose. It's only a beginning for you to acknowledge yourself as a phenomenal woman. So being a phenomenal woman of power and purpose lives in all of your choices, each and every single choice that you make, step by step, each and every single interaction that you have with each other. Every single word that you speak, I invite you to presence yourself to this truth, that every single word that you speak changes the world. That is an incredible phenomenon. Every single word that you speak changes the world. I'd like to complete with talking about fear and creating new possibilities for us as women who will. Now, does anybody have fears? Does anybody have fear of success? Does anybody have fear of not finding the one? So we're not alone. It's what it means to be human. Yes, it's what it means to be a woman. There are two different kinds of fears. There's what's called authentic fear, a very, very real fear, like you are in the ocean and there's a fin coming at you and your heart palpitating. That is authentic, very real fear. The other kind of fear is called inauthentic fear, a self-created fear, something that we create and make up. And the truth is, the science is, and it's been proven, authentic fear and inauthentic fear, they affect our bodies the same way, as if it were real. As if it were real. Now my fear today is that my inauthentic fear today was that I wouldn't be heard or accepted. You know, the mayor and the deputy mayor are in the room, and I have this fear surrounding all of that. So what would I do next? Let's add a practical tool to our life toolbox. I have an awareness around my inauthentic fear. I give it insignificance. I say no thank you. No thank you. And this is the important part here. What would you do knowing that your inauthentic fear is not real? What are the possibilities that you're willing to declare and speak and change the world with as women who will? So to complete, I'd like to create that possibility with somebody in this room and also share a story. In 2002, when I was on my bicycle, riding to work, put my helmet on, put my bright yellow jacket on. I was riding down that hill, and there was this woman coming the opposite way who was speeding about 45 to 50 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. She hit me head on. I made impact. My helmet cracked in half, and I suffered an open fracture to my femur, open fracture to my tibia, my fibula, had emergency surgery, and an infusion or transplant of 2 pints of blood. And when I woke up in the hospital, they looked at me and they glared at me and they said, "We don't know how you're still here." 1, 2, we don't know how your leg is still attached. 3, you'll never walk the same again. You'll never walk the same again. You'll never dance the same again. So in that moment, I made an agreement with myself. I said, being so close and near to death, how is it? How is it that I would like to embody aliveness? I didn't really know how, but that was my pact with myself.
Good for you.
Thank you. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. One of our Yokomogi family members, Nathan Esgrosso, 18 years old, brainstem cancer. He passed away recently. His mother thought that he had tomorrow, that he had a future of greatness and aliveness and abundance. Brian O'Donnell, tall, handsome, 49 years old, liver cancer. He passed away recently as well. Karen, his wife, thought he had tomorrow, thought that they could enjoy a life of passion as husband and wife. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. And because we're not, I invite you to develop a very, very special relationship. A very, very special relationship with your 99-year-old self. Imagine you can see this 99-year-old self. Deep set wrinkles, gray hair. This 99-year-old self. And from
As long as there's red dye.
You're wonderful. This 99-year-old self, from her deathbed, She wants to tell you something so important that she rouses herself up from her bed and she says, "The present moment. Don't waste it." Don't let your song go unsung. And the beauty is, as women who will, we get to create that song. We get to write that song. We get to create our headline before we die. There's so much beauty in that. So I'd like to create a new possibility with somebody in this room. And no worries, because there will be an opportunity with me, a 30-minute gift to you to create this possibility one-on-one. But would anybody like to create a possibility? Thank you. Come on up.
Oh, yeah, right now.
Yes, Kathy, right now.
I thought you meant after.
Thank you for being brave and courageous. So I'd like for you to presence yourself to this amazing energy and that you're in complete and full support. And I'd like you to take a moment to think about an inauthentic fear that you have. And when you're ready, when you're present to that, feel free to share with us.
I am pursuing a PhD in organizational leadership. It's been a 10-year journey, and I'm scared to death to complete that process because then I don't know what I'll do next. So that is a huge fear that I have.
So in the space of your inauthentic fear, what is your experience of it?
Not knowing what to do with that degree and how to make that work for a better world.
How's that
for
feel
my
in your
community.
body? How's it feel in your body? How's it feel?
It's heavy and it's scary and it's stressful, and I know exactly where I carry my stress in my shoulders and my neck. So I think that's probably part of that physical manifestation.
Scary.
It
Scary,
is.
yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's scary. Knowing that your inauthentic fear is not real, Kathy, what would you like to declare? How would you like to declare and create this space of unknowing, right? This void that we have, this vacuum, we can put anything we want to into that space. Through your words that will change from right here. It's okay not to know. It's okay just to be. What would you like to declare? Because we know that you're this powerful, phenomenal woman of purpose, that no matter what degree, no matter what PhD, you're already in the world. So what is it that you'd like to declare for yourself?
I'd like to have a better perspective on my health and wellness and not allow that to be a barrier to any of my other success. And I'd like to get this darn degree finished so that I can move on to my list of other things that I want to get done before I visit my 99-year-old.
Thank you for your presence, and thank you for declaring, because from right now, she's going to be that force out there in the world that's going to make a huge, huge impact with everybody that she comes across.
Yes.
Declare right now. My name is Madeline Wong, transformative coach for Live in Miracles. Where through a powerful, masterful coaching program, we give rise to your dream lifestyle, to your optimal wellness, and to your creative expression out in the world. It's been an honor to be present here with such phenomenal women. I would love to continue this conversation. Come see me over there on break. And thank you so much. I love you all.
Thank you, Maddie. So inspiring. And Kathy, so brave you are. So brave. Okay, ladies, we'll have a short break. Fill your drinks and talk to our vendors, and I'll call you back in about 10-15 minutes.